So we got in a device last week, and Robbie had to test his patience because I was in California, and all this packaging was like all these little individual boxes
all day.
It's the Framework, the Framework Laptop Chromebook Edition. We're just gonna call it the Framework. Framework Chromebook. It's a lot of syllables.
It's the Framebook.
Chrome OS Edition.
Chrome Frame.
It's the Chrome Framebook.
Chrome Frame. No,
work on that.
It's the Framers Chromebook.
We just call it the Framework. And so, it showed up, and I at least cracked the box open and looked, and I was like, ugh. So the box for the Chromebook is kind of there, and then I don't know if this is how. Maybe if you buy it, because it had like 6 modules, right? So I don't know. Maybe that was just a reviewer's box. I'm not sure. But
I wonder how it comes. Because obviously you can order extra ports if you want,
right.
But if you just order just enough for what you need,
you got,
I wonder how
that box wouldn't work. But they could put a spacer in there. Or something.
Yeah, styrofoam or something.
But because the charger was over there. So the charger's over there. But at the bottom right corner, there are 6 little boxes, little baby boxes, and they've got a little icon on each one. And it's if you know anything about the Framework Chromebook, it is modular in every way, and part of that modularity is a quick change port selection. So you have 4 ports, 4 spots for ports. You choose whichever ones you want. Yeah. So they sent us a few of the USB Type-Cs, some HDMI, some micro SD cards. This is on Do Not Disturb. Like, why is it just? Oh, it isn't disturbing me. This is. I thought it was vibrating. I thought it was vibrating on the table.
Yeah.
I was like,
no, it's good.
Spam likely.
Don't
want to talk
Get out of
spam
here.
likely. And so you get to choose which one you want, and so they were all in there, and I get one out and I look, and it's like, it's like a cereal box zip tie, or once you rip it off, you can't put it back, and so it's like, this is unique enough packaging, and I need to leave this for on camera time. So just slid it back in the box, and I at least peeked in, looked at the Chromebook and put it back in there. I was like, just gotta wait.
Yeah.
And then we had to wait till Monday?
Yeah.
To actually get it out and mess with it. We got to hold our opinions a little bit. The embargo is not up for that at this point, and so we have the unboxing filmed, but we can't. We got to stay away from opinionated stuff because this podcast will be out over the weekend, and that I can't really say when the embargo lifts either.
Right,
but it will be
embargo's embargoed.
Yeah. It'll be pre the embargo. You don't have long to wait. If you're listening to this, you probably don't. It may have lifted by now. I never know when you're listening.
We can talk about the processor though, because it's the same as the one that's in the Acer.
Yeah, and we can talk about the facts about it. I just can't really give a ton of opinions. We're not supposed to.
We need to do a
but
quick.
They said we could do social stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say we need to do a short.
stuff.
Let's do a vertical video today before we leave, and we can link that as well, so folks can at least see it, see this the port snapping in and out. That's pretty cool.
So, we'll speak factually about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a all aluminum chassis. It makes me think it's not shaped this way, but like the look and the feel and all of it feels very MacBook Air, MacBook Pro, like 2016 era. That feel of the metal, like it's just the vibe it gives off to me. That's neither good nor bad.
That's right. It's fact.
It's zero opinion. This is not my opinion.
Yeah, we've never denied that Apple makes really nice hardware.
They do.
Okay, so that's not a ding and it's not a praise. It's just a thing.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It's a fact. The keyboard keys have a pretty decent amount of travel to them, good clickiness and stuff like that. So backlighting on the keyboard, big nice glass trackpad. 13.5. These stats probably sound familiar, but I'm pretty sure it's the 22. The 2250. What is the 2204 by 15? Dang it, I'm losing it. It's a almost quad HD, but it's a 3x2 screen. It's the one that's in 2256 by 1504. That's what it is.
I've heard you say that before.
It's what's in the HP Dragonfly. It's what's been in the Spin 713s. Plural for a little while. It's basically quad HD, but it's tall 3x2 screen, nice and bright. I think it's measured at 400 nits. It's not a touchscreen though, and so some people were a little upset about that when they found that out. Personally, I was a little put off at first when they announced that was what it was going to be, but I've just loved my time with the Acer gaming Chromebooks so much that I'm not saying that touchscreens aren't helpful. They are. I like having the ability to reach up and touch stuff on the screen, but it's not a deal breaker anymore for me with Chrome OS, especially if you have a good trackpad and the way that you can gesture and move your way around the OS. So what else? It did perform a one-finger lift. This is fact, not opinion. It did do that, so that's cool for a device that can be taken apart so easily. And
did you talk about the bezels are modular, which is really cool?
Yeah. So the entire screen surround. I'm thinking, because I tried in the unboxing. I was like, I'm gonna pop this off here. Yeah, the bottom part wouldn't come off. So my guess is you got to do the.
Don't go dying on me now.
You got to do the modular part to get. I think the thing that pops over the keyboard probably holds the screen on, like where you can't just rip it off. So I didn't get to swap it, but yeah, it's magnetic. So except for the bottom part, I mean, I'm sure it's magnetic down there too. It's just being held over by the chassis. It just pops off, and they have replaceable ones you can drop on, and the whole thing is actually replaceable. Like all of it, every piece is.
But they have color options too, right?
Yeah. So you got I think it's a gray, black, and orange. They sent us the orange one, and they also sent us a stick of RAM, 8 gigs. So the device comes at what did we look it up? It was like $968 or something. So we thought it was $999 on their website right now. It's $960. It's not on sale. It's like
Black Friday.
So my guess, I don't know. Maybe they left it that way, and I think a RAM stick is like $30 or something. So maybe I don't know.
Is it rocking 8 out of the box?
8 256, I think. So 256
NVMe.
Haven't opened it up yet.
It'd be kind of silly to send an 8 if it has 8.
Yeah, and my guess is it's probably got an extra slot, so we drop it up to 16 pretty quick. But yeah, the story here is, and again, it's you were saying it's the 1240p Core i5 1240p processor. It's the same thing. It's in that Acer gaming Chromebook. So huge internal specs. So it's not going to have any problem being super fast. And it's going to do all the Chromebook stuff quite nicely. And the fact that we ran into the embargo, I've not been using it because I wouldn't be able to even say these things without throwing my opinion on it if I wasn't careful. So I've just kind of laid off of it until that lifts. And so, the story with it is, and it's no different than when it was announced, is the fact that, it came with a little tool, like, a framework tool that's ready for it, but the whole thing is, you can take it apart, and we'll obviously do some videos on that, like, because it's not like, it's possible to take it apart, and if you get the right tools, you know what you're doing, you don't screw something up, you'll break it, like, it's built to be taken apart.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of laptops, there are serviceable laptops that have certain places that pop open so that field techs can work on them. But then there's just regular laptops. You can take any of those apart if you know what you're doing, but you have to deal with seals and then things not lining back up right, glue and stuff like that. It's not something that you just do. This is made to, it's like the old Lego phone that everybody always wanted. And you just pop it apart and put it back together, or you add a port if you're, do they have an Ethernet option?
I think they sent it. I think they sent us. No, we didn't get it, but they do.
Yeah, so I mean that would be cool if you're using it at work regularly and you want your USB-C ports and your micro SD, but then you're traveling and you're going to be at hotels and stuff. Take that with you. Boom, you've got stable internet wherever you go. Don't have to worry about whether or not you have any Wi-Fi.
And like this sent us the micro SD, port that you can pop into it. It's like that'd be cool sometimes, but most times I don't need that, so I'll pop that out and give myself an extra C port, or give myself what was the other one they sent? HDMI, there's an A. Oh, USB A. So I did 2 A's, or 2 C's, an A, and an HDMI, because that's like my preferred setup. But
which is awesome, though, because I mean, a lot of even premium devices nowadays aren't coming with that many ports. You'll get like 2 C's, an A, and a micro SD, and if that, I mean, so
it's cool. It's a cool concept, and from what we've seen, we haven't torn this thing apart. Like I said, kind of been laying off of it, but. It's 5 screws on the bottom, and then the entire keyboard deck basically lifts off, and underneath of it, everything's laid out in a way where the ribbon cables are doubled up and firm, but they have like little pull straps on them, so like when you go to take it off, you don't have to worry about the ribbon cable falling apart or whatever. And then there's QR codes on all of it that you can scan, and it'll give you a little video on how to properly remove that piece.
So dope. Just like thoughtful.
Yeah, we're talking about the webcam, that was why it's $960 something. The Chromebook does not come with the fingerprint scanner, so on the website it says biometrics NA, which I couldn't remember from the announcement what they had said about that, but they sell the fingerprint module, so it's you replace the power module with the fingerprint because it's in the same spot. It's the same thing. So one's just a power button, and one's a power button / fingerprint, and it's about $30.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, maybe that's why they dropped it down. So if you want to order it and get that, you can replace it yourself. So I'm going to find out if we can replace that. If it will work with Chrome OS, we'll get one of those in and kind of do a quick video on.
Once again, reinforcing the fact that biometrics are not expensive.
No, you're buying a specialized one that's made to go in this laptop, not just a cheap
regular
bin part from Shenzhen.
And they're not selling it at a loss at $30.
No, so they're probably marking it up at least double, and they've put customization on it to fit easily into their laptop. So you're talking $15 cost. I would bet it's $5 tops to put this in a Chromebook for most Chromebooks. So put biometrics in your Chromebooks.
Right in the power button.
Yeah. Seriously, I mean, it's just, I don't know, whatever. But you can just swap all this stuff out. And so it's going to be fun to really tinker around with this stuff. Like if you have an NVMe drive and you want to put it in there for M.2, swap them out. Like that's one of the easier things we've done on lots of Chromebooks over the years. But this one, again, it's laid out in a way that it's made accessible. You're not going to have to get different screwdrivers. That one Torx screw that you have will work for all the screws that are internal as well. So it's one screwdriver. The other side is a big flat pry tool. I'm not even sure what you would pry with it. I don't know that anything needs to be pried.
Cables,
maybe just to help you kind of
some of the cables a lot of times will have the little hinge where they pop into place. Maybe it's to pop them loose, because that's the one thing you run into when you're messing with laptops is that some of those ribbons are really thin, and the way you have to pop them out, you'll jab the motherboard or something if you don't know what you're doing. So having a tool to actually pop those loose.
Should you still wear the little grounding thing when you're working on
this bad boy? You should do that no matter what.
Unless they've worked something out inside this thing where it's just grounded, self-grounded.
We'll link our little toolkit. Yeah. I'll make sure to include that.
Not that I've ever grounded a device and pried it, ever.
Just you do as I say, not as I do.
Yes. I'm looking at the Chromebox as we speak. It's right there.
But
poor guy never turned back on after that.
Never had a chance.
After that one.
It's a good video, though.
But, so it's exciting to have it here. It's exciting to have it in hand. And I think it's an objective truth that it is a nice firm chassis. Like there's not a lot of give in it. So that's good. I was a little concerned, to be honest. Like a device that's built to be taken apart, the stability of something that's built to be one solid thing that never gets taken apart versus something that you build with Legos.
Yeah, I would think though that they probably had to go above and beyond on the rigidity though, because creating any torque on the chassis is also going to create torque on those individual pieces that go in there. So they probably had to. I mean, and they've been. It's not like this is a brand new product. They've been making Windows device for 3 years.
Been a few years.
Yeah,
now.
They've been doing it. So they didn't just regurgitate it completely, but I mean, you look at it, it's the Windows device just reimagined as a Chromebook.
Yeah. So really, all they'd have to change, all they changed really in it is the main board, so the main part of the motherboard and they didn't have to change that much either. Like it just has to have the TPM elements, that the hardware pieces that Google requires.
Is the Framework Windows device on the Flex list?
I don't know.
That would be interesting.
Be interesting to look up.
Yeah.
Like we don't want to buy the Chromebook. We want to turn the Windows device.
Send it to us.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, everyone? Thanks for watching this clip of the Chromecast podcast. If you want to see the full episode, you can go click the link down in the description to watch the full episode. This was just a little clip, little tease.
Snippet.
But if you like this content, give us a thumbs up. Go in there and click subscribe, and click the notification bell down there so you get a notification when we post a new episode. All right. That's it for this one. See you all in the next one. Bye-bye.